Hey folks, and welcome back here to Gatekeeper Media as we continue to bring you coverage of the 2022 LWS Open at Idlewild out in Burlington, Kentucky. We're in our final round and we're here with our chase card. And we'd like to give you a big thank you for tuning into the coverage and give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters who help make all of this coverage possible. Once again, it is myself, Dustin Mouret, joined by Nathan Queen here to bring you this final round. How's it going, sir?
Well, we've got some dry weather finally here on this third and final round. Looking to see some hot scores out here, of course, at Idlewild today.
Yeah, hopefully the better conditions will lead to some better scoring. We got Matty O and James Conrad tied for fourth right now and still somewhat in the mix, but as you can see, Isaac Robinson has created quite a bit of separation. 3 strokes ahead of Gainenberg out on the lead card, and the closest competitors on our card are still, a few strokes off, but you never know out here. As we are going to take a look at Matty O's bag. Putts with the judges, going to be throwing some backhands with the Maiden, Harp, and Warden. Likes to use the Anvil for more overstable approaches. Also really loves throwing the flow in more wooded conditions, kind of a hybrid driver, but you'll see some rise and such as well for distance.
Yeah, going into James Conrad's bag, he's got the Envy, of course. Likes to go for his reactors a lot for his mid-range shots. And has the Fission Photon, the Virus, and the Volt for his fairway driver.
And then we got Kyle Klein here for Discmania. Puts the P1s, likes tactics for approaches, as well as some MD3s and Origins for mids. We'll also see some FD3s for some flicks, as well as some DD3s and PD2s if it gets really windy.
And moving on to Adam Hamas's bag. He's got that Buzz for his mid-range, a couple of those in there. Really leans on the Raptors for his forehands. And throws a lot of forces for those distance shots. Brings us straight into hole 1, the easiest par 4 on the course all 3 days out here, 638 feet. If you can get to this tree, it's about 530 feet off of the tee. Have a chance to get up and down.
Out of Creola, Alabama, Matt Orum.
And so leading things off is going to be old Matty O, currently ranked 8th in the UDisc World Rankings. Has yet to place outside the top 15 this year, including second place finishes at Tallahassee and Masters Cup, as well as a 5th at Champions Cup. Sporting the Crawfish shirt today. I guess that's the Championship Sunday Crawfish Boil right there.
And it's a good day for it. Not trying out. He may go have a crawfish boil after the round today. He's a shot nicely.
Yep, just throwing that river out the right-hand side.
Conrad.
We are going to see James Conrad coming in, ranked 11th in the UDisc World Rankings and our reigning world champion. This year so far, he's placed 4th at Texas State's, 5th at the Preserve, 10th at DDO, and 11th at Champions Cup. And I know he likes to use the Photon for some big distance, and I imagine that's what we're going to see out of him here on the tee.
And one of those players that seems to always find themselves around the top 10, inside that top 5.
Ooh, big sweeping turnover here. Hoping that will fight out a little bit. Stay away from that OB on the right-hand side, and does just that.
Yeah, catches some branches to slow it down a little bit. I believe it would have been so far.
Sure.
Out of Wyoming, Michigan, Kyle Klein.
And we got Kyle Klein stepping up to the tee, ranked 9th in the UDisc World Rankings. This year he placed 3rd at the Preserve, 5th at Belton, and 10th at the Music City Open. He's got some other top 25 finishes as well to his name this year. Always a great competitor.
Using all of the fairway here.
Oh, wow.
With a big high turnover shot. Gets lots of distances and does stay in bounds over there on the right side.
And now we got Adam Hammond stepping up to the tee, currently ranked 14th in the UDisc World Rankings. He, so far this year, placed 5th at Portland, 6th at Reserve, and 7th at the Las Vegas Challenge. Some other top 20 sprinkled in there. I feel like he really made a name for himself last year when he was able to win Masters Cup and the MVP Open at Maple Hill. And he is going to be looking to throw one of these Z-Forces off the tee.
Not a bad line, but not quite high enough. They'll still have a good opportunity to get up and down, though, as this is the easiest par 4 on the course. adding that OB on the right side did take away a lot of the eagle opportunities this year, but still a very birdieable hole.
Man, Adam Hammis almost lays that glow zone in the bullseye. His really go-to approach shot there is that forehand, and made good work of it. As we now get up to Matteo here, looking to backhand a putter nice and soft up there.
Using that nice flex, making sure he stays away from the tree on the right side. He's going to tap in his birdie to start the round, just like you want.
That right near the wood chips. So we're going to get up here to James Conrad. Tossing up old blue and yellow itself up there. The famous Envy. I'm surprised he never took that out. I wonder if he did and that's just a new one that's the same colors.
I know he did leave it in for a while. I'm not sure about now. But I don't blame him for keeping it in there. If something flies good, keep on throwing it.
That thing is going to be in a museum one day, you feel like.
Definitely so.
As we are going to see Kyle Klein able to pitch one out there near the wood chips as well. And we're out in Conrad country here.
Yeah, he left a little bit to be desired on that upshot. You'd rather be a lot closer than this on this easy par 4 to start, especially with that drop-off behind it.
Always a scary roll-away potential if you miss, but if you're James Conrad, you're not worried about that from that range. It's still called the birdie early.
What's a miss?
And the rest of our card pretty close, so it should be fairly stress-free. As Hammis put the focus in the chains.
Kyle, quite a similar distance here. Shouldn't have too much issues.
Oh, I mean, kind of had to skip that one in a little bit. But, hey, you know they had that saying that the scorecard doesn't see it, but I guess we all did.
Right? There's no pictures. There's just a little bit of video sometimes.
Yeah, but, hey, a star frame nonetheless as we head off into another classic here, hole number 2 at Idlewild.
Yeah, and shout out to Corey Ellis real quick for the lone eagle on the weekend. He did get the 2 today.
Awesome.
Brings us into hole 2, 601-foot par 4. Like before, a soft stand-up forehand about 360 feet will get you in the ideal position to attack this green. But it is pretty treacherous as you can skip down to the right side. Backhand off of the tee works as well, just a little bit of low ceiling to deal with.
Yeah, we even saw Alden Harris throw a backhand roller yesterday on the chase card, so it is kind of a choose-your-own adventure, but the forehand seems to be the most common, and that's the exact same play that Matteo did yesterday and got a similar result.
Yeah, pretty much to the same spot, a little farther right, a little shorter, but should have an opportunity to attack.
No surprise to see Conrad going for the backhand off the tee. Just his preferred style, always has been.
Yeah, going to be in a similar position to Matteo there, just a little bit closer to the pin.
Yeah, he's on the flat, so he should have superior footing, I guess, in comparison, as we're going to see Kyle Klein play the forehand.
Yeah, and still a little bit more stable than you're looking for. Wide open over there. Just that upslope kind of hinders your upshot a bit.
Right. Especially with this upshot being very difficult to make sure you get yourself in a spot where you're going to feel comfortable putting with that downslope behind the pin. As Adam plays a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah, that's what you're really looking for, but he was wanting that to skip off to the right side. With him not getting that skip, although he did go farther, he does have an upslope that he's standing on right there.
Oh, he's done it. Wow, that looked scary for a moment there, but he does skip that same disc he threw off the tee, and he might have a putt at that.
Yeah, that spotter gave the green flag pretty quickly. He must have seen it stop. That looked like it was going OB to me, but nonetheless, Matteo's going to have a birdie look as Kyle Klein keeps it much safer up high on the hill.
Absolutely. Kind of a scary range to putt from, though, so we'll have to see what decision he wants to make here. So we're going to get out to James Conrad, looking just to play that backhand up the typical line.
catching the fade that he was looking for. He's got that mid-circle 2 range. Very scary looking down at that water.
Absolutely, and Hammond's going to be playing the forehand as well here. Similar thought to what Matty O is looking for. Just trusting the stability of this disc. Skates it up there.
Yeah, it's a good-looking shot. He had to make sure he went over top of that bush right in front of the water. I'm sure he was looking to get a little push forward, but he's right around circle's edge.
And Kyle Klein runs that one. A scary putt.
What a start.
Absolutely, man. Back-to-back birdies, and this one was no gimme by any means. But finds that right-hand side.
I hope to keep seeing those drop throughout the rest of the round. See him make a nice run here for back-to-back.
Conrad looking to do the same from outside circle 1, and yep, you better count it. If he's within 45 feet, man, I feel like it's going in.
Yeah, I'm not sure James Conrad's one to be big putted. He's used to he's used to being the big putter, not the big putty.
That's a fact, man. Hammis just outside the edge here. Right about 35 feet on this one. There it is. Back-to-back star frames, perhaps, here, Queen?
Yeah, we have an opportunity now. 3 of them from just outside the circle have gone ahead and made their birdie putts. It looked like Matty O just inside, maybe 32 feet.
Yep, and a little less scary. Not staring straight at the water, and oh, man.
Looks like he was just outside the circle, and his disc lands just outside the basket as he pulled that one off to the right side ever so slightly.
Yeah, lots of chains, but no catch there, so he'll take the par, but keeping the card clean as we head into the brand new hole 3 this year.
Yeah, so far, I guess people like the roller on this one. 656 feet. If you can get 400 feet off of the tee, that gets you down that slope we just got over, and you can have a clean look at the basket. If you don't get that far, you have a pretty difficult blind shot to get around that corner.
Yeah, I feel like we've been seeing roller a very high percentage of the time off the tee, and maybe with the low ceiling and the angle that you want, it seems to be a viable play. And this one's getting some good steam on it.
And that is the position that I've been calling that you want this weekend so far. He does crest over and makes it down to the bottom of that hill. That's the best position we've seen yet.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. After 3 days of coverage here, that's certainly the best lie someone's had off the tee on this really tricky par 4. Replace kind of a par 3 we had the previous years. That was a little weird with the creek next to the green, and they added a new challenging par 4. And Kyle Klein rolls one all the way over towards the road there. He's had to come back in, and it will.
Yeah, it looks like it went out on the road before it came back in.
It did, yeah.
But I think these rollers may be getting that extra distance today without that rain.
Sure.
The grass is not as wet. Here's a different play. All right, let's go at him.
With a big enough forehand, you can make this hole work, but that thing just went straight into the turf.
Yeah, didn't quite get the nose angle right on that one.
Yeah, this was a definite roller as well here from Matt.
Yeah, I guess Adam showing why everybody's going roller.
Matty O kind of cuts early there.
There we go.
He's going to maybe throw another roller from that area, or a high to medium height forehand.
Yeah, we'll have to see here as Adam still has quite a bit of ground to cover here to get up towards the green, but good looking flick out the hand. Catches a little cabbage, but not the best he could hope for.
Yeah, it's great movement forward from where he was at, hitting a small gap, still making the Mando that is over on that right side. Should have a long bid if he wants it. He's got a backstop behind the basket.
Yeah, big turnover here with the flow from Matty O, but gets caught up.
Kind of switched on me there a little bit at the end.
It's a long ways. Kyle got into quite the position there.
Yeah, nice straight look at it and gets just around that bush. He's going to be inside the circle looking at a third birdie in a row to start the round.
Yeah, what a turkey it would be, too. As, I mean, James Conrad also in prime real estate right now to attack this green for birdie.
Yeah, I believe he's going one of his putters into the green, pulls it over to the right a little bit, but gets a good ground reaction, bounces it back left side. He'll be inside the circle as well.
And Hammis has a long putt here ahead of him, trying to make a move, but just not quite high enough, but at least settles for an easy par. And here's Matty O. He's eyeing up some kind of Anheuser putt around the tree, trying to get up there, and what? Did that went in? What is that?
Matty O.
Oh, man, I couldn't quite tell if this tree kind of blocking the center pole looked good.
Rewind.
Oh, what a putt.
Oh, incredible.
I mean, that's one way to do it, man.
Yeah, missed that. I guess he got big putted on the last hole, so he went ahead and said, all right, I'm going to put it out on this one, see what you guys got.
Wow, that is such a crazy angle he had to hit to get that putter to the basket. Oh, Conrad skips it up there.
And, of course, not to be outdone, James going to hit a gap on his putt, go ahead and take his birdie for a turkey to start the round.
Absolutely, man. He said it on the previous hole, and man, not to get big putted, and, well, he's proved you right again. As Kyle Klein, a great chance for a turkey here as well. Well within the circle here, a little uphill putt.
No issues there. We've got 2 turkeys on the card to start the round. And the other player's not slouching at all either. They've got 2 birdies. We'll see what happens on hole 4 here in a second.
My name's Garrett Gerthy. People may know me as Double G, and I've been making Double G craft jerky since I was 16 years old.
When I have Double G's craft jerky and I pull it out of my bag during a round, the first thing anyone asks is that Double G's craft jerky? And I always bring the big bag because I know I'm gonna have to share it.
I'm a big fan of beef jerky, and I have to say that Double G beef jerky is absolutely my favorite I've ever found.
I'm always looking forward to digging my hand in my next bag of Double G craft jerky.
You can find Double G craft jerky at doublegjerky.com.
All right, here we are. The brand new hole 4, 722-foot par 4. If you can land in this area off of the tee, that's about 460 feet. Then you're going to have the best chance to make it through this second set of trees, cross the second pond, and land on the green for a birdie look.
I'm always a sucker for a water feature hole, and this one certainly provides that, and a very technical approach shot as James nails the tee shot, it looks like.
Yeah, plenty of distance on that one. Maybe stayed a bit too far to the right, but that is the better side to miss on, no OB, and still could have an opportunity to get across the second water carry.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaps to choose from, but a lot of them are quite small to try to get up to the green for a birdie on this one. Kyle Klein swings out the hyzer there, near center cut.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be the ideal position. Should have a pretty good line to get through that second gap. Or I guess it's the first gap, just for the second shot.
Nice slow turning shot here from Matt that's starting to stable out at just the right time. Some good skips as well.
Wow.
Whoa.
Let's take a look at Matty O's form here. Very unique style. You see him starting off to the right. Big right to left movement with his feet. He keeps his hand up high. And very flat release there, getting that drift off to the right.
Yeah, I know that working on nose down angle is something he worked on while he was kind of on a break from injury a little bit earlier this year, and he's increased his distance.
Speaking of distance, this looks like it has quite a bit on it.
Oh, that's juicy. Maybe too juicy?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is one thing you hate to see.
Yeah, I think that's the first we've seen so far. Just a bit too much on it. Skips off to that left side, finds that OB.
And Kyle Klein, I thought he got through that gap, but he catches a bounce. Luckily stays in. Aye.
James with some small gaps here. Looks like he's going to have to pick a little guy to go through.
Battered by the branches and into the swamp.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Whenever you're that close to the pin, it's really hard to get your mind to lay that up to a position to throw it across the water for your third shot. And looks like that's maybe what James should have done there.
I mean, look at Adam. He doesn't really have many better options. Trying to slide one out, and oh my God, the one tree.
You've got to be kidding me.
I mean, he hit the gap perfectly. That was the right flight. Just literally one solitary tree in the middle of the pond, and he gets it.
I wonder if he could even see that.
Maybe not.
Shot from par there, man.
Yeah, he'll be able to save par with that. And here's Matteo. He's way over here in a place I haven't even seen before yet.
Worked out well for him. He's up there inside the circle.
Man, Hamas is just trying to get off this hole, man. He's had a couple of really unfortunate breaks. And that'll get him out of here.
Yeah, not with the score he's looking for. Same thing for James here. For going OB on his second shot, trying to get up and down.
What are your thoughts on this new hole now that you've seen it for a few rounds, and I presume you've probably walked it? You know, do you think it's a great addition to the course, or you like to see some changes?
I do. I like
Whoa!
the whole...
Sorry. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and rewind it and see it again. Matteo. Circle 2. Striping it.
That's back-to-back huge putts for Matteo.
But just like Matteo, I would assume I do like the hole. I think it's a great change. Gets rid of a difficult par 3 to get that was just kind of a... I don't think it was much score separation, and this one will definitely offer that.
That's a very good point. So we're going to see Conrad card the bogey after the OB, and I believe Adam's taking a double on this one.
Yeah. Score separation shows right here as we have birdie, par, bogey, double bogey.
Yeah, pretty much the full flock there as we head over to hole 5 back to a classic here.
Yeah, 432-foot par 3, OB right side, OB close on the left side with that water. You can get aggressive with either a distance driver or a fairway driver that's a bit straight to flippy or a straight to understable.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have a 440-foot forehand, you can get aggressive that way as well. Otherwise, you see a lot of 380-foot shots, little pitches up for par.
Yeah. And distance driver was in hand there for Matteo, but it looked like that turned over just a little bit too much, but still will be able to pitch up for par, no problem. And you mentioned 450-foot forehand. I do wonder if Adam is thinking forehand on this hole or not. Haven't seen him play it the other 2 rounds, as we are going to see. Good shot here from Mr. Klein.
Yeah, nice shot there. Needed a little bit more height, and I believe he would have gotten there. Now he's got a pretty scary putt if he wants to run it.
Ooh.
James gets a nice shot out there. Catches that tree late. Keeps him from getting a little bit closer, but does have an inside the circle look and not looking straight at the water.
And Hamas, who certainly has the forehand, if he wanted to do it on this hole, chooses to go the backhand route as well. But this is kind of like the second time he's thrown that. It's kind of flipped up a little bit too much for him. Happened on hole 1 as well.
It doesn't look like there's a ton of wind in play today, but a lot of the time that can make the decision on whether you get aggressive with that forehand or not. Those Bushnell flags up on the right do look like they're moving down towards the water, so that would play better for that backhand.
So Good pitch up there for Matt. Will guarantee him his par pretty much. Same situation here for Adam, almost resting on the wood chips with that one.
Yeah, very nice touch. He makes that look a lot easier than it is. The slope of this hill is very easy to misjudge just slightly and get that nose up. Putter can carry on into the water.
And Klein wants no part of that. Seemed like he considered it there for a moment, but realized it was best just to take the par. Now, Conrad, on the other hand, prime look in front of him here for birdie.
Keeping the no par streak alive. He's 3 down through the round with 1 bogey, 4 birdies. Hopefully we can finish this front 9 with a lot more birdies.
Yeah, I mean, we were hoping for better scoring with the better weather conditions, and so far this round has delivered that. As Matteo will, take the par he was playing for and move on to the next hole. Same situation here for Adam and Kyle, who should just be tapping in threes and moving on to hole number 6.
Yeah, this hole averaging right at par, just slightly over, just difficult to get the birdies on, only 15% of the field. Excuse me. Brings us into hole 6, 555-foot par 4. Got OB Creek on this right side that comes into play off of the tee shot. Once you get to this tree here, you kind of have your upshot. You have this gap, a gap farther on the right. If you get any further left, just kind of have to poke and hope through there. If you can get your second shot to land on that peninsula, you'll have the opportunity for a birdie.
And I feel like usually we see either backhand roller or backhand turnover. The disc in James Conrad's hand leads me to believe he's playing the turnover, not the roller, and yeah, that's exactly it.
Good angle out of the hand, just stays a bit far too up to the right. Gonna have a tough time getting on the island from there. Probably gonna be looking to lay up a circle 2 putt.
Yeah, Matt's not thinking roller either with this disc selection. Looking to play a similar line here.
Gets up there nicely, fights through those branches. He's going to have an opportunity to get on that peninsula green. Almost getting a huge carry. If that would have gone clean, that could have possibly gotten up there for an eagle look.
And Klein actually electing to play the forehand here, making sure he hits his gap and stays to that right-hand side of the fairway, but that's a okay, never mind. All good.
Yeah, that was a great line. An unfortunate little roll there. Put him really close to that tree, but he did get past it, so he doesn't have to throw around it at least.
Yeah, Adam ripping the forehand here as well. Certainly very proficient with the sidearm. Well, that's a great little roll forward.
Oh, yeah, jumps up in there nicely. He's going to have 2 gaps to choose from, and let's take a look at his form right here. Very slow and deliberate. That little high step with his front leg before he stomps down. Really twists his hips through.
Yeah, I feel like he's got one of the more powerful sidearms on tour.
Definitely so.
So Conrad catches a couple of trees there, plays a bit of pinball. Still has a long birdie bit at it, but might just be a par for him on this one.
Let's see how aggressive Kyle gets here, if he tries to get on the island or not. He's got a good opportunity.
Yeah, looks good out the hand. But catches a little one inside, though.
Yeah, needed to pull that out just a bit wider or have a bit less stable of a disc in his hand.
Adam looking pretty aggressive on this jump putt. And that'll be great.
Yeah, Adam's probably got about 170 feet in that jump putt, so
wow,
a nice little pitch up for him makes it look nice and easy. He's going to tap in a birdie.
And of course, Matteo had a throw-in with this very disc on this very hole yesterday, but in a much different position this time. Just has to kind of play up there for the birdie.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been trying to give that a bit again.
Go, go, go.
James giving that a slight chance.
Yeah, definitely trying to give that a bid. But up and down for his par. Small chance for Kyle. Pretty scary with the OB behind it.
Yeah, it's just one of the holes you'll see throughout the course that feature these little creeks that can sometimes throw a wrench in things. As Matty O will find the birdie, though. That's 3 for 4 on the last ones played. Keeping the score trend in the right direction, keeping him in that top 4 position.
Kyle, not too much left for par here.
No, certainly not. So I believe he had an opening turkey, and now he's gone 3 pars in a row, so kind of slowing down just a little bit, but still a lot of golf to play here.
Yeah, still keeping it clean.
Birdie. Thanks.
Moving into hole 7, a 484-foot par 4, throwing over this OB ditch you see here, OB creek that we've been playing along. If you can get to this area, that is your ideal tee shot. You've traveled about 280 feet, and then you'll have about 230 feet up a very steep hill to get up to the basket.
Yeah, the name of the game is really just hitting this first gap. And usually the forehand's the preferred option. That's a little early there from Matt.
No.
And that's going to be the OB.
Yeah, red flag, never what you want to see there. There is a drop zone he'll be throwing from now.
Yeah, that's going to kind of slow down the momentum just a little bit. See how he recovers. As Adam will find the gap there. That cuts in so much, though, afterwards.
Yeah, a lot of times that will go down and fall OB, but it looks like he did stay in bounds, but not going to have a good line.
Backhand putter turnover here for Mr. Conrad. Misses the gap, but gets a great kickback in. Holy cow.
And that will do. That world champ love right excuse me, that world champ love right there with the envy.
Yeah, a little treesus.
Here we go.
Best of the bunch.
Yeah, fantastic shot from Kyle there.
Here's that drop zone you were referring to here. Throwing 3.
He's about 360 to the pin from there. Oh, and he's done it. That is an incredible shot. Such a difficult angle to hit, especially throwing uphill like it is. And he's gotten up inside the circle, pin height. Going to have an opportunity to say par after OB off the tee.
Yeah, that is very impressive. But again, these wooden tunnels, that's the kind of golf he's grown up playing his whole life and the golf he loves to play and makes the most of it. Forehand roller there from Conrad. Makes some good progress. Not sure what kind of putt he's going to have, though. As Adam has some really tough footing here. But the only thing in his favor is that he's still in bounds.
Right, still looking to get a little bit of distance out of this shot, and he's done so well. Puts himself in the middle, gained some distance, and it's going to have a fairly easy upshot to get his par.
Yeah, that was really well done. And Kyle Klein looking for birdie here after a few pars in a row. He's in a great position to attack the green, but yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit of air bounce in
Yeah.
there on accident, but it's still...
That's what caught me off guard. I saw the nose angle, and I saw its reaction. I was like, oh, that might not work out, but it went fine.
Yeah, no, I agreed with you with the O. But it still worked out anyway. It worked just like that shot from Adam. He's going to be able to scramble for his par. James now doesn't look like he has much. He's looking up.
Yeah, something over the top is going to be his best bet to try to get out there for par, and I'm not even sure how realistic that is. Oh, a good landing spot, but just gets a bit of a roll he didn't want, but still in the circle.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be 25 feet or so.
I would love to know how that looked from his perspective, because that looked really tough, and he made it work.
Looked like he about threw it over top of all the trees. I'm not sure he was going for a gap more than over. And able to convert. Makes it work to get the par.
Yeah, it's like a jumper from the baseline over there. Gets it done. And Matty O looking to save par.
Yeah, we've got an opportunity to see 3 very different and very well executed par saves here.
That's very true. Lots of twists and turns on this one. And that'll do it, man, from the drop zone.
Yeah, what a save. You don't see that too much on this hole. 37% of the field taking bogey or above. And 3 of the players on our card able to scramble for the par. Kyle Klein tapping in an easy birdie. Excuse me. Before we move to the second easiest hole on the course, hole 8, 576-foot par 5 that you just kind of have to hit a very specific angle off of the tee shot. Forehand flex shot plays the best to get down the fairway, get you an opportunity for an eagle look with a backhand turnover for that second shot.
Yep, and Kyle Klein going for that flexing forehand you were referring to here. Can it pan out and get the good ground action? Not too shabby.
Yeah, over on the left side of those trees opens up the angle a little bit better in my opinion.
This was a little high out of Matt's hands. Wonder if it's going to get caught up because of it. Still fights through. It's a good roll as well.
For as high as that was, that is a very good spot. A lot of time those kick or fade off to the right and don't have much of an angle.
Yeah, and actually a lower speed here from Hammis. He's just throwing zone here, but has a lot of confidence in it. Unfortunately gets a little bit of a rough tree kick, but actually recovers.
Shot.
Yeah, 3 shots in the fairway right now. Lots of opportunities for low scores.
And, of course, Conrad, no surprise, going for that backhand shot off the tee, which is still very workable.
Almost does it well. Gets just a little bit too much skip off to the left side and looks like he's going to have to put some steep angle on this to get around this tree.
Makes it work as best as he could.
Doesn't quite get the stand-up he was looking for, but does gain some distance on the down the fairway. Should have an opportunity to get up and down.
Hammis going big with the forehand and getting some skips and rolls forward.
It's a really hard shot.
Not
He's
really.
crested the,
Go ahead.
he's crested the hill up into the gap. Not much of an eagle look, I think you were about to say.
Yeah,
Should
exactly.
have- Should have an easy birdie.
Right. Backhand flow here from Matty-O. Trying to go with it. And catches one of the last ones he had to miss.
I think that was going to slide up in there for a right edge of circle eagle look if it hadn't caught that last tree. This has turned a bit too much from Kyle.
Yeah, bounces him back into the pathway, but, you know, eagle pretty much off the table. Now it's just about, you know, nice little soft forehand up to the green for a birdie putt.
Just like that.
Yeah, good finishing touches on that one there. Conrad, on the other hand, still has some challenges left in front of him here to get up to the green for his birdie.
It is very thick over on this left side. If you've never been out here, this is one of the thicker spots on the course. As you can see, James not able to get much movement through there. He's going to have to try again from not much further forward.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. And a rare forehand sighting here from Conrad as a result. Just trying to see if he can scramble for par at this point. Well done.
Definitely had some more room on that shot. Able to get up and down. Adam just going to be pitching out. Nice easy birdie.
And is Matt thinking of running that? I think so. I mean, he hit a pretty big one on 3 with a similar Anheuser putt angle, but actually plays the right-hand side and sails it over.
Yeah, you know he's going to be running that one. Matteo, I don't know if he really lays up too many of them.
No, certainly not. He has pretty good control on his putt on speed, being able to run it but still make sure he doesn't get too far away from the basket on the comeback.
Yeah, only this far away because of the roll away, but not going to affect him at all. Going to go ahead and put that in. So 5 down now through the first 8 holes.
Yeah, Matteo doing exactly what he needs to do to fight for a podium spot and a big finish out here at Idlewild. As Hamas will find his birdie. Klein should do the same. I believe Conrad should be getting his par, if I counted correctly. Commentator math is tough, man. It's always a risk.
Yeah, you can lose track pretty quick sometimes. But 69% of the field didn't lose track at all and were able to take birdie or better on this hole, making it the second easiest on the course. Bringing us to hole 9, 258-foot par 3. Simple backhand turnover shot is going to be the best play here. Forehand also plays, but you have to control the speed a lot more. It's a lot touchier with that skip ground play down to the right.
Yeah, we've seen forehand after forehand at times find too much ground action and give you a really tough chance at grabbing birdie, but some players still like it because it gives them their best chance to hit the gap. And, yeah, there's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looked like he even slowed down a bit with the disc, and it still got that big skip. He should be just outside the circle down there with the low ceiling.
This is wider from Matt, so it may do better. No. Still rolls out over to that side. I was trying to have the and oh, that's a nasty roll. That thing is still going.
So that actually skipped and caught the low ceiling to almost stop it, but then ended up rolling away. Man, I need to go tell these players to throw their backhands, man.
Matt certainly has it, but see, this is a slower disc from Adam. Hopefully,
This
less
does
ground
look
action.
better.
Yeah. And that's his advantage. He can play the slower speed disc and still push that distance, but not have as much ground play. And that's the advantage of the big forehand that he's got.
James, of course, going to go with the backhand here. We've seen him do this hole before.
Indeed. He is one of the aces on this hole. I think Dickerson being the other that I can remember. But that pushes really forward.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the turnover that he was looking for on that one, and he pushes long as well.
Now that was Matt, and oh no.
The double roll away. Oh, it's still going.
Man. That is something you hate to see.
Yeah, that's gonna, barring something very miraculous here. Yeah, he's not even gonna try.
Yeah, but he just had the disc in his hand that he threw off the tee and said, "Screw it, just get this up there and get out of here."
Yeah, that's gonna end his clean round that he had going. He saved that nice par on hole 7, but not gonna be able to do so here with a couple rollaways.
Yeah, definitely some tough breaks on this one with the ground play, no doubt about it. Speaking of someone having to play from the woods, here's Conrad. Does he have any kind of window to work with? Tries to make one, but we'll just be selling for par.
Gives it the height out of the woods. Pretty clean line, just pulls it off to the right a bit. Adam. Lone birdie on the card.
Yeah, playing that slower speed forehand, and nets a big result off the back of it. The rest of the card just kind of licking their wounds and trying to get off of it. That's going to be bogey for Matteo.
For being such a short par 3, still 52% of the field taking a par on this hole. Kind of expect to see a few more birdies. It is a tight gap, but not the tightest one we see on this course.
Fair point. So we'll see the rest of our chase card here clean up the conclusion of the front 9 of the course. And as things stand, Kyle Klein at 5 under with a clean card to put him in a tie for 3rd at this point in time. Matteo also in that tie for 3rd. Conrad tied for 5th, and Ham is still in the mix. Take a look at the leaderboard. Robinson starting to create some good separation to perhaps take home his first big title on the Pro Tour and Elite Series, and everyone else just kind of rounding up for a big finish. And that's going to do it here for us on the front 9 of this final round. Again, thanks so much for tuning in, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. Be sure to follow and subscribe so you can catch the rest of our coverage here for the LWS Open at Idlewild, as well as our future Disc Golf Pro Tour events and independent events that Gatekeeper covers as well. Plenty of that coming throughout the rest of this year. And again, I'm Dustin Mouret. With me was Nathan Queen, and another good time here.
Absolutely. A few more birdies today. Look to keep it going on the back 9. We'll see you guys out there.